Skiing and snowboarding in British Columbia should be among every mountain lover's life goals. The consistent snowfall, wide open terrain, and variety of mountain ranges provide venues to excel and appreciate nature to its fullest. Add in an après ski culture that emphasizes connection with both friends and visitors well after the lifts close down, and you have the recipe for an unforgettable ski trip. But BC is big. So big that you can fit California, Washington, and Oregon within its borders. With 75% of that area being mountainous, there's too much ground to cover in one go. Here are 4 trips to help you maximize your time enjoying these areas, both on and off the slopes. In BC's interior are the ski-in, ski-out resorts of the Okanagan, where you can find Big White, which is famous for being Canada's largest ski-in, ski-out village. This resort is home to snow-laden trees known as snow ghosts on the upper slopes that look like something straight out of a Dr. Seuss book. But this is no fantasy. It's light, dry powder without the crowds. Next up in the Okanagan is SilverStar, a resort that warmly welcomes all ages and abilities. Here, wide-open runs are perfect for those looking to cruise with plenty of elbow room. With a well-planned mid-mountain village, one can easily ski up to enjoy the charming village vibe while browsing through shops or enjoying delicious food. The Kootenays, in the southeast corner of BC, are home to several small towns and ski resorts connected by the Powder Highway, including Whitewater Ski Resort near the eclectic town of Nelson. This resort is more of a local hideaway, where the terrain and snow take the spotlight and locals often outnumber visitors. A quick ride up the summit chair gains access to some unforgettable tree skiing that won't get immediately tracked out. And you can make tracks all day thanks to amazing on-mountain food that has built a loyal following, even spawning its own cookbook series. Along Rogers Pass, seemingly endless mountains provide spectacular backdrops for a winter road trip between the mountain towns of Revelstoke and Golden. Revelstoke Mountain Resort is home to North America's highest vertical drop at more than 5,600 feet. Combine that with an average yearly snowfall of over 30 feet, and the result is seemingly endless thigh-burning runs from top to bottom. Afterwards, have a pint at the Mackenzie Tavern, or the Mac. The bar is part of the 4-star Sutton Place Hotel, just steps from the gondola. Only a few minutes outside of the town of Golden, where skiing has been a part of the town's fabric for more than a century, is Kicking Horse Mountain Resort, home to the only North American stop on the Freeride World Tour. The mountain itself showcases a wide variety of terrain, from open groomers lower on the mountain to hiking accessible steeps and bowls that push even the most seasoned athletes. For a next-level dining experience, try Eagle's Eye Restaurant, North America's highest restaurant with priceless views in every direction. While BC's 2 Pacific Coast resorts have distinctly different vibes, they share one commonality: proximity to the ocean, translating to copious amounts of snow. People new to visiting Vancouver Island are often surprised by how massive it truly is. It's 3/4 the size of Switzerland, with peaks that tower over 7,000 feet from sea level. In the middle of Vancouver Island is Mount Washington Alpine Resort, just a 40-minute drive from the Comox Valley. This resort is a welcome surprise to newcomers when they first experience the lack of crowds and abundance of fresh snow when the storms hit. It's also one of the few places in the world where one can start their morning on the slopes and finish their days surfing on the west coast in Tofino. Here, the consistent winter swells can cap a multi-sport day of epic proportions. And finally, the last of our must-do ski trips. Over on the mainland, less than a 90-minute drive north on the scenic Sea to Sky Highway from Vancouver, is world-renowned Whistler, host city for the 2010 Olympic Winter Games and home of Whistler Blackcomb Ski Resort. The 2 mountains boast North America's largest inbounds terrain at over 8,000 acres and consistently rank among the top resorts on the continent. With a vertical drop topping a mile, the runs here can literally go for miles. After the lifts close, the fun heats up in the village with restaurants and a nightlife that welcomes ski boots well into the early hours. Consider this your invitation to join us for another great year of skiing and snowboarding here in BC. For more ski trip inspiration, visit hellobc.com/ski.